It's time for another daily drop here on TarHeelIllustrated.com. I'm THI publisher Andrew Jones, and the topic today, Carolina football. The Tar Heels are just a day away from taking on West Virginia in the Duke's Mayo Bowl in Charlotte, Bank of America Stadium. 5:30 kickoff will air on ESPN. Make sure you lock that in to your calendar and you're ready to roll when the Tar Heels run out of the tunnel with a new look. Connor Harrell at quarterback. Caleb Kostic, star, Amari Campbell at linebacker. No scholarship tight ends. It's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be a different looking game, given the fact that there will be no Drake May, there will be no Cedric Gray, and so on. I'm looking forward to it because every time the team plays, there is intel. This is also an opportunity for the Tar Heels to pick up their 9th win of the season, and that is the topic here on this daily drop. They've got 8 wins. I know that none of the goals are attainable. I know that they emphasized all offseason 9 isn't enough. But let me tell you something. North Carolina has only won 9 or more games in a season 17 times in its history. So if this team ends up with 9 wins and they beat West Virginia, they're 8-4 right now. They finished 9-4. I think 9 wins is enough in the sense that historically, they've reached a point that doesn't happen a whole lot in this program. It may not be what this team should have been, and I'll be the first one to say that. And it won't match any goals that were set because they clearly stated their mission was 9 is not enough. That was a mantra all off season. I get it, but let's back away from that. And let's look at the bigger picture from a historical perspective and also from a realistic one, which, quite frankly, reality has been lost on a lot of people here of late. So, 17 times in program history, they've won 9 or more games. It's happened 10 times since 1971. Happened under Bill Dooley, happened under Dick Crum, happened under Mac Brown. Larry Fedora won 11 games in 2015. But what's interesting is that it's happened 5 times under Mac Brown's watch. So only 17 times in history, and they've been playing football since 1888. If it happens this week and Carolina beats the Mountaineers, that'll be the 18th time in 135 years. Now, a couple seasons they didn't play, like during World War I, but 18 times in 133 seasons. That's it. And 6 of them would be under Mac Brown's direction. That's pretty impressive. So I think that a 9th win is important from a historical perspective. When you look down the yearly won-loss records and you scroll that column, the 9 stands out. It looks different than the other numbers, so of course it's going to stand out, but it stands out because it's relevant. For a long time, sometimes the team didn't even play more than 9 games. So you had to go undefeated. I get that. But I think winning a 9th game for a second consecutive year, which would only be the 3rd time since Mac left in 1997. Remember, his teams in 1992, 93, 96, and 97 won 9 or more games. Since he left, it's happened twice. Twice. Fedora's club in 2015, led by one of the great leaders in Carolina football history in Marquise Williams. And then last year, that's it. Twice. So if the Tar Heels win Wednesday night, that'll make it 3 times since Mac Brown left. Twice under his direction. You see, I get what you guys say about Mac and the program. I get how upset people are that this club did the exact same thing that last year's club did, and they spent all offseason telling us it wasn't going to happen. I get that. I understand the narrative that 2 generational quarterbacks back-to-back, and what did you do with it? I get that. And I think those are fair questions to ask. And if you want to criticize, I'm not going to tell you shouldn't criticize. I think there are things absolutely to pick at right now. And I guarantee you that Mac Brown sees it as well. He's not sitting back and saying, I'm good. I'm comfortable with this. Maybe 9 is enough after all. He's not. Trust me. But you have to look at the full view. What was this program for 2 decades before he came back? It was crap. It was crap. Butch came in. We all know what happened there. Larry, I think, did a really nice job inheriting a program with a lot of stuff going on. And I think Larry handled himself really well and did a nice job. He had 2 pretty good years, and then it fell off. Fell off hard. I mean, it plummeted to the bottom of the Grand Canyon fast. I don't anticipate that happening right now. So Mac has it at a point where they could have consecutive 9-win seasons. And in a 4-year stretch, guys, you go Orange Bowl and 2 9-win seasons. Go scroll that yearly record, Carolina football year by year. You're not going to see that very often. So while I get the fact that criticism that this club should be better than it's been or should have won more than it has, I get it. And I agree with you. No excuse losing to Virginia. No excuse losing to Georgia Tech. No excuse coming out and getting punked and steamrolled by NC State the way that they were. Zero excuse in any of that. None. But the grand scheme of things, you cannot deny that things are better now than they were. Can they get better? Should they be better? Absolutely. Can they have a team that wins 9 or more games next year with Max Johnson at quarterback instead of Sam Howell and Drake May? Absolutely, they can. There's no doubt about it. I think there'll be a slight reconstruction in the approach. I believe that's going to happen. If I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to say it, as I have been many times, as I have done many times. So, watch the game. If you're a Carolina fan and you want them to win, root for a 9th win because historically it matters. It's a selling point Mac can have. I know it's not the one that you want, but I can tell you right now that Rutgers fans and Vanderbilt fans and Illinois fans and Arizona State fans are all unhappy too. But they're not going for a 9th win. So recognize deep history and recent history and embrace a 9th win. And if it happens, and recognize, okay, maybe this is 2 straight years of 9 wins. Maybe there's more to come. And if that's his peak, that's his peak. We don't know. But a 9th win matters. It matters at North Carolina. Doesn't happen a lot. It would be just the 18th time. Think about that. Do the math. Do the percentages. Not a lot. Not a lot at all. Anyway, if you're excited about the Tar Heels having a chance to win a 9th game and you'd rather them win 9 this year than win 8, go ahead and click like on this video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you get updates every time we upload a video. And share this with your friends. Let them know we're here. Remember, we have a bunch of our staff that will be in Charlotte at the bowl game. We will have the 3 things afterwards. Got a lot of stuff coming to you this week. Basketball is back Friday night, and conference play starts several days after that. And then it is an absolute inferno of coverage until the end of the basketball season. I'm AJ. I'll see you guys in Charlotte, and I'll be back Friday for another Daily Drop. Thanks for stopping by.